What's the use of a fine house if we haven't got a tolerable planet to put it on? Hello everyone, today in this video we are going to talk about climate change, need of the hour. We will also discuss about feedback cycles in later part of the video. So firstly, we should know what's the meaning of climate. It actually refers to the long-term regional or even global average of temperature, humidity and rainfall patterns over seasons, years or decades. Remember, it's a long-term average of these things. There are many factors which can affect climate. First one is Earth's orbital changes. These changes occur very slowly and can take thousands to millions of years and are not considered significant in the present day climate variability. Second is solar variations. The fluctuations in the solar cycle impacts Earth's global temperature by about 0.1 degrees Celsius. Other factors are ocean currents, distance from equator, topography, which consists of forms and features of land surfaces. Physical features that make up topography of an area include mountains, valleys, plains, and water bodies. Next and most important factor that affects the climate and is also significant to present-day climate variations is the anthropogenic activities, or the human activities, which include burning of fossil fuels and cutting down of trees in large numbers. Due to such human activities, there is release of a large number of greenhouse gases. For example, carbon dioxide, methane, water vapors, etc. These gases trap the heat coming from sun and gradually heat the Earth's atmosphere and surface, leading to global warming. Climate change and global warming has huge impacts on ecosystems. It negatively affects migratory birds. One of the major effects of climate change is the loss of habitats. The habitats migratory birds depend on are endangered to change and to disappear due to increasing temperatures, flooding, or desertification. During their migration, birds rely on these areas to provide food and resting places. Also, the species are forced to migrate to higher latitudes to get favorable conditions and have to travel longer distances. Next is the Arctic ecosystem. Due to rising temperatures, sea ice is melting, which shows a dire future for polar bears. The future of Arctic animals other than polar bears is also very horrible. The Arctic warming is about twice as fast as global average, causing the ice that polar bears depend on to melt away. Loss of sea ice also threatens the bears' main prey, seals, which need ice to raise their young. And this photo shows how a starving polar bear looks like, and you can see that its condition is very horrible. Due to waters becoming warmer, metabolism of many marine species gets disturbed, leading to mass migration of those species to other places and in extreme cases can lead to their death. As waters rapidly warm, corals lose the components that give them color and help them produce food, a process called bleaching that slows their growth and makes them vulnerable to algae diseases and death. Increased ocean acidification caused by absorption of carbon dioxide causes bleaching too. When people go out on beaches to enjoy their holidays, they usually dispose their plastic waste such as plastic bags, plastic wrappers to pack the food and cold drink cans near or in the water bodies. This marine plastic pollution has affected over 267 species worldwide as a result of ingestion, starvation, suffocation, and entanglement. People just don't care about these things, but please do care because now you know how it can affect marine life. Please contribute your part to help stop climate change. Now comes the forest ecosystem. Frequent wildfires and storms could alter the intensity of forest distribution. These fires can be deadly to wild animals and can destroy wildlife habitats. These are the two photos showing how dangerous a wildfire can be and how it can burn animals to death. Not only animals, climate change can affect and in fact is affecting humans as well. There are drier conditions in temperate zones. Increased heat and water stress has affected the quantity and quality of our food supplies. Rising temperatures favor diseases and also the disease vectors such as mosquitoes, which can degrade human health conditions. Studies show that climate change is now real for India as well, and in the coming years it can affect many parts of India in many different ways. Let's talk about how climate change can affect northern India, especially the states of Punjab and Haryana. Having semi-arid and tropical environment, people of these two states have agriculture as their major livelihood, and these states have tremendously contributed in the Green Revolution. Factors affecting crop production in Punjab and Haryana are scanty rains, excess and untimely rains, heat waves, cold waves, hot winds during summer, which are locally known as Loo. These fluctuations can increase over time due to climate change and can significantly decrease the crop yields. Now comes the feedback cycle. It is a cycle of causes and effects in which there is some initial change in the system which runs through a series of secondary effects, eventually influencing the initial change in some way. There are two types of feedback cycles. Negative feedback cycle, which is a stabilizing loop, and other one is the positive feedback cycle or the destabilizing loop. In the first figure, you can see an initial change which causes a series of effects, and in the last part, the effects decrease the initial change. This is a negative feedback loop and it stabilizes the environment. Positive feedback cycle is just opposite of it. Effects caused by the initial change increase and enhance the initial change, which makes the environment destabilized. There are many positive feedback cycles in the environment, such as melting of ice, Amazon forest dying off, permafrost melting, etc. One of them is cutting of forests for agricultural use. In this cycle, the initial change is fluctuations in temperature and precipitation patterns. Subsequent effects are decrease in crop yield, which causes high demands of food in market and less availability, which results in cutting of forests for expansion of agricultural land to meet food demands of the people. Forests are sink of greenhouse gases. Cutting of forests can lead to desertification, soil erosion, and emission of greenhouse gases, which can lead to more fluctuations and variations in the climate. In this cycle, the effects caused by the initial change are in turn increasing the initial change. There are many more positive feedback cycles in our environment, but no effective negative feedback cycle. This thing destabilizes our climate and we need to take immediate actions. So, what can be done at individual level to stop climate change? First thing you can do is use LED lights to lighten up your houses. LED bulbs are energy efficient, will lower your electricity bills, and also have longer bulb life. Next is power your house with renewable energy like solar energy or wind energy. This will lower the burning of fossil fuels to meet the electricity demands. Use bicycle instead of motorbikes and scooters to travel short distances, say within 5 kilometers. Buy electric vehicles for further distances, for which subsidy is also available under FAME 2. It also has less than 1/5 of running cost when compared to petrol version. Along with reducing climate change impacts, these things will also help you save money. And the most important thing you should do is speak up. Most of the people in our country have a lack of understanding on this topic, so whenever you get a chance, just discuss with the people around you the impacts and solutions to climate change. That's all for this video. Thank you very much.